So it's you. It's you the devil wants to use against me, and you let him. You don't want me to serve my God, but you want me to serve men. It will not work. I'm going to church, and I'm going to serve him.
It will not work. You're not going to any church. You're here to serve me. You're here to help me. You're here to please me. You're not going to church. You will stay here and you will help me. You're not going anywhere.
Today I am reviewing the movie called Godly Escort, and it's on Ediwasi's YouTube channel. The movie is executive produced by him, and also the story is written by Feisayo Dani Lola. Before we get into the recap of this movie, guys, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the love of my movie review called Momiwa. It has gotten me my first 100+ views. Thank you guys so much once again, and welcome to my channel. My name is Nkem, and also happy new month. This is June, and wish you guys all the best of this month and beyond. I do movie reviews based on layman terms, so I do them on how the movie goes and how the movie make me feel, in my own opinion, to say the least. Also talk about relationships and also life lessons in general. So let's get into the recap of Godly Escort. Maxwell is a very renowned, successful businessman who has refused to get married in his late 30s. So he had pressures from his family members as to why he doesn't want to get married. Now he's always on business trips. Business trips always comes with an escort for him. So one of these trips, he got an escort who happens to be a very devoted Christian, whose name is Rhoda in this movie. Rhoda played by Ruth Kadiri, and Maxwell being played by Eddie Watson. As they went on this business trip together, unknown to Maxwell, he realized that this was a bad business because this escort happens to be a devoted Christian who wants nothing to do with worldly things. The frustration got to him. He ended up saying that he wanted to send her back to Lagos, but upon realizing, Rhoda realizing that this is not going to be a very funny thing for her, she changed. She toned down her Christianity demeanor in this trip. So that circumstance made Rhoda and Maxwell born on this trip. As the trip was coming to an end, Rhoda and Maxwell fell in love with each other, and this was a difficult time for both of them as they ended this particular trip. So Maxwell broke off everything with Rhoda. Rhoda, on the other hand, was not having that break up easily, so she decided to find out what happened for Maxwell to break off things with her. Rhoda had a friend called Fiona. Fiona was played by Roseline Anietie, and she did a very fantastic. Fiona character was really good in this movie. So Fiona told Rhoda, look, escort is an escort. You don't fall in love when you go on trip to be an escort. And Maxwell has been breaking things off with every other escort or every other girlfriend he has had in the past, and this process has also made the family very furious. So in the process of Rhoda finding out what was the reason for Maxwell to break things off with her, this was where all the secrets from both ends spring up. Maxwell revealed that, look, he has a daughter, but the daughter is not his biological daughter, and also the father he can't get married was because he could not father a child. And Rhoda also opened up about the reason why she decided to be so godly, so devoted as a Christian, and she confessed, she revealed her own secret that she abandoned a child years back, and this child happens to be Scarlett. Scarlett being played by Chinwedu Chinachukwu. So Scarlett happened to be the lady that Maxwell picked up as a child. So Maxwell was the father to Scarlett, and Scarlett also happens to be the child that Rhoda abandoned. So this secret, bonded the two of them together. I mean, they were already in love, so the secret brought both parties together, and they forgave each other, and that is how this movie actually goes. What I like about this movie, the storyline and the message of this movie is so good. The fact that whatever you did years ago would definitely come to haunt you, and of course also forgiving is very, very important. You need to forgive and let go of your past, and also the fact that this day and age people tend to God because of the things they have done in the past, trying to cover up things they've done in the past by being overly godly. The message in this movie is really, really good. Very, very much appreciate the story and the message in this movie. And another thing I love about the movie is cinematography and also location. I don't know much about Nigeria location because obviously I don't stay in Nigeria, but they made it believe that, I don't know, I mean, those of you who are in Nigeria, if you watch the movie, you can tell whether it's Lagos or it's in Abuja. They made it look like, it's two different locations. This is a YouTube movie, so for them to make it two different locations in one movie, this is really, really, really good. That's what I'm saying. I'm making it a plus because I don't know if it's truly Abuja and Lagos that they use, but if it is truly Abuja and Lagos that they use, kudos to Eddie Waxing on that, and it's really good. Also, some cinematography in this movie is really good. The shots in the bedroom, the way the camera was moving to the zooming, everything was perfectly done. I love it, and the wide angles in this movie was perfectly good. Also, I love the car scenes as well, where Rhoda was preaching to random people. I mean, she was forcing the gospel. She was actually forcing the gospel on people, and I love the car scene, interacting in the car to strangers. That was really a very good scene. I love it. Another thing I love is the casting and the acting. I mean, we all know Ruth Kadiri is very good when it comes to acting comedy. I mean, she doesn't force it, it just happens. She's really good when it comes to comedy acting. And this movie had a lot of comedy scenes. I mean, her character that she played as the godly escort, or as a very devoted Christian, was very comic, and I love that acting so much. The director did a very good job bringing. I mean, Ruth herself is a director, so she definitely nailed that character. And also Scarlett, this is the first time I'm seeing her in this movie. She played childish behavior. She played a very calm demeanor. You wouldn't even know that this is her first movie acting, or I haven't seen her in any movies before. But I just read on Eddie Waxing's channel that this is her second movie she's acting, so she's pretty new into the acting scene. And in this movie, Scarlett, or Chinedu, she did very, very, very well in this movie. I love her character. She did very well. Kudos to her on that. And also I love Fiona, that was Rhoda's friend. I love the way, it was not overly, I love the way the escort thing was very subtle. It's not in our faces too much. She also did well. And then we also have another character, Maxwell's auntie. She also played a very good role in this movie. There are so many aspects of this movie. This movie is just pretty good. What I don't like in this movie, first let me start with Scarlett. She was 22 years old in this movie. Her costume was screaming 15 years old or even 14 years old. She was looking like a teenager in this movie. A 22-year-old should look pretty mature, should speak with a little confidence. Her costume was bad. The way she was acting as a child, I did not understand. I did not like that. if she's an adult, let her be an adult and act as one. 22 is not a child. Her makeup, costume, hair, everything was just screaming like a child. I mean, if they made us believe that she was 16 years old, then that character was perfect of the way she was acting. But if she's 22 and she's acting that way, then there's a question mark with that character. So then another thing that I didn't like about the movie was Scarlett and Maxwell found out that, you know, it was Rhoda who abandoned Scarlett. Well, if you found out someone abandoned you, that person happens to be your mother, you show some sort of emotions. I mean, yes, you don't know the person from Adam, you just saw the person, but you feel like, why did this person do this to me? You definitely show some emotion, which happens to be an anger emotion. This was not shown by Scarlett, or should I say the director did not you know, make that happen, and I don't understand why this was the case. And even Maxwell on the other hand was a little bit angry, but I mean, it was not in his place to be angry. It was supposed to be Scarlett, you know. So Scarlett wasn't showing any emotion, so she just didn't care whether that was her mother or not. I didn't understand. So that was another thing I did not like about the movie. And finally, also, I didn't like the scene where Maxwell's aunt brought in you know, a wife for Maxwell. The lady was acting dumb in that scene. It was just done by Maxwell's aunt in that scene, and I wanted to find out why that scene was like that. I mean, the lady they brought in, the lady was not from the village, so it wasn't as if she was naive and very new to this. She was looking very good, well dressed up, so definitely she is a city girl. The way she was behaving in that scene, I did not understand. I didn't know why that was the case, so I didn't feel that scene as well. So yeah, pretty much these are just, you know, the three things I didn't feel. That should tell you that, you know, the movie is good and I love every bit of this movie. And so on that note, I am rating this movie a 7/10. Yes guys, it's a new month, so starting from now I'll be rating movies over 10, not over 5 anymore. And yeah, so this is a movie I would definitely recommend if you want to watch a very good YouTube movies that you will not get bored. Godly Escort should be one you should look out for, or you should watch. And it's on, you know, Ed Watson's YouTube channel. I didn't give you guys all the hints, so there's comedy in there, there's lesson in there, there's fun in there, there's so many things in this movie. Difference is 2 hours long, but trust me, you're not going to feel that this movie is 2 hours long. You're definitely going to enjoy this movie. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have movie recommendations, you know what to do. Leave them in the comment section. And this month onward, I'll definitely be bringing you more movie review. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next movie review.